folks, welcome back to the Global Intel channel. Wanted to talk about this event that happened today at about 3:30 p.m. Lebanese Israeli time, where about 3,000 people have been injured or affected in some way, shape, or form by effectively what is an exploding pager. And to quote Edward Snowden, the unthinkable is a game-changing event. So he said it differently, but basically, the fact that they can remote detonate using batteries on people's persons to the point where I think 9 at current rate right now, about 6 hours after this thing happened, have succumbed to their injuries. Supposedly one child, 3,000 affected in some way, shape, or form, and hundreds are in critical condition. This whole thing is just otherworldly. It is science fiction. It is an act of war, and it's going to lead to a regional war. It's pretty much, at this point, inevitable. So let's talk about the implications. First and foremost, Republicans and Democrats both did not want this war to go on, for better or for worse. Different reasons, both didn't want it to happen. Last few days, week or so, Gallant has been under fire because Netanyahu basically wants to go into the north of Israel, southern Lebanon, and try to take these people out, Hezbollah. Other pressures were starting to happen. The cruise missile strike on Tel Aviv by the Houthis was a pretty big event, and now it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that at some point in the next 24, 72 hours, there's going to be a response. There's no way that this can't happen. One of the Iranian ministers was hit in this. I'm not sure of his status. I'm not sure what he is. Most people, from what I understand, either had big chunks blown out of their legs or hands blown off. Right now, the hospital infrastructure of Lebanon is in utter chaos. If you want to see some of the visuals, you can go on to the green video maker that I have and go over there. I posted that over there. The whole thing is surreal. It is really a game-changing event on so many different levels, from just the art of war to what's going to happen in the Middle East. I mean, we are literally in a new era now. So do not downplay how important this is on so many different levels. And it is going to start to get pretty much nutty from here. So Iran, of course, is kind of the puppet master to Hezbollah, Hamas, militias in Iraq and Syria. The Houthis are their own entity, but they are beholden to the same ideology. Things are going to change and happen pretty quickly from here, from what I'm thinking. I can't imagine them not. I mean, this, in the eyes of those that believe they are in an Islamic resistance, they're going to respond. They can't. They'll be seen as weak if they don't, and from there it's inevitable. So Israel is basically prepped for a war. They've moved out people. I think I heard that only like 20% of their people are left in this region. And effectively what they want to do is create a buffer zone in southern Lebanon, not northern Israel, where they go up there and they basically create a buffer zone. How wide and large it is, I don't know. But that way they can kind of make it so the northern settlers, the northern residents can go back to their homes, or at least inevitably, hopefully go back to their homes. And from there, a larger war with Hezbollah will happen. Now, Hezbollah is not Hamas. They are 10 times as strong from most people's metrics, people that know, analysts. You tack on the fact that Iran could possibly get involved. You tack on the fact that the Houthis, who are very formidable in their own, it is more than likely an inevitability that America will start to potentially get involved as well. I think we will try to do everything in our power to keep it so there are no official boots on the ground direct fighting until the day after the popularity contest. But after that, all bets are off. What this does to oil, what this does to logistics, what this does to supply chains, it's not going to be good. This isn't going to help inflation. This isn't going to help anything, regardless of what you believe, whether you are on one side or the other. The sum impact is going to be negative, negative, negative. In the minds of the Israelis, this is existential. They know, that this is what they believe. I'm not saying I know, I'm not saying I agree with this. I'm just saying they believe that if they don't deal with this now, inevitably, in however many decades it takes, they will eventually be taken on, warred upon, and wiped off the map. So I think they think that this is it, and they have to act right now as they're doing, because it's never going to get any better. So there will be war. It's coming. So this event is unprecedented. It is changing the game and how fifth generation war occurs. The abilities of people to do militaristic actions by using a personal communication device and turning it into a explosive device. That is absolutely groundbreaking technology, and it really should freak everyone else out. What does that mean for cell phones? Think about it. So, from here, folks, all bets are off. All I can say is that be watching the reports that will be coming out. I know I'm not doing a lot here, but I'm just trying to keep it fresh. And I would love to see you here again. Please keep subscribed, tell people about the channel, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks so much for coming to the Global Intel Channel.